Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video with your host Kenkukun, and today we have the EZA for Cell. The World Tournament unit just came out. We're gonna go ahead and test drive that unit. This is a pretty solid rotation, he said very hesitantly. I want to get Broly, Chila, and Lemo next to Cell. Maybe I should just float Cell. We're just gonna float Cell. All right, let's put Tech Fusions and Mouse through slot 1. I'll just get the defensive. Yeah, we'll get the defense support here, and we'll do that. All right. So we're running against the Supreme Magnificent Battle, UI Goku. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this guy real quick. We're just gonna go over his stats. There's my calculator. We're gonna be doing the defensive calcs for Cell here in a second. This is what I want. So we have, and I'll pull this up on the side, right? So you can still see the turn that's going on. So we have Goku. He's looking at a 1.2 million attack stat, a 1.5 million, a 1.7 million with 30%, so 2.2, and then a 1.8 with 30%, so a 2.3 million attack stat, right? He sits around 20% super attack chance for the first and second phase. On the third phase, he actually gets a lower chance to super, and on the fourth phase, he gets an even higher chance to super, which usually means he's going to super slot 1. So now you can debuff him in slots, or in phase 1 and 2. You can seal him and attack lower him. In phase 2, you can attack lower him, right? So this is a pretty good stage. The reason why I'm running it here is because I'd say this is a tougher event for the majority of players out there, and I would say that it's one of the better designed events because it gives you time to get units set up if they need to be hit, rotations set if rotations need to happen, XYZ. All right, so let me go ahead and pull that back down, and we are looking at Cell. Now, Cell's rotation. Now, we're going to float Cell out of here, which means Goku Black's going in slot 1 because I want him to get hit more than I want Vegeta to get hit. I want them both to get hit. Now, Cell, this is the lowest defensive start of turn stat you're going to see. We're going to pull up the calculator. We're going to calculate this defensive stat, right? Now, Cell, real quick, let me go over this. He gets 200% to stats. He supports 30% and then 10% to artificial life forms or tournament participants, so he's getting 40% to himself. He gets another 100% to stats when he attacks a superclass enemy, and he gets 30% damage reduction when facing one enemy only. Launches an additional super when facing 2 or more. Those additional supers can build up pretty big. So, with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at... Oh yeah, his links. Yeah, he's gonna have no links right here, but on this team, we're gonna have big bad bosses most of the time, and when we get him next to Broly, Chila, and Lemo, shocking speed. Now, on this team, this is a very viable team. We have a slot 1 unit. We have a slot 1 unit as long as they get their orbs. We have units that are gonna be able to take hits here and there. We have domains to protect us. We have a lot of options here, right? So let me go ahead and get this. This is the lowest defensive stat you're gonna see on this guy on my team. On any team that I run this guy on, because there's going to be few and far between. So I'm going to multiply this by 2 because he gets, you know, when he attacks an enemy, he's going to immediately give it 2, and then we're going to give him the super attack effect times 2. 767 with 30% damage reduction. That is extremely low. That is below average. That's a below average defensive stat, all right? Right now, 2024 Dokkan. That is below average. I would say the average defensive stat is anywhere between 900 to 1.2 million defense, and most of those units are going to have guard or damage reduction or both or a lot of dodge. And I'm looking at units specifically, comparing him, I'm looking at like Super EZAs, units like that. Some Dokkan Fest that came out pre-anniversary are looking like that too. Free-to-play units, anything like that, right? Some of the more exclusive Dokkan Fest exclusive units, LRs, Anniversary, they're going to have defensive stats that are going to be looking way better than Cell's. So I would say for a free-to-play unit, he has above average defense for free-to-play units, but in his bracket of what I'm comparing him to, it's pretty average, which is good. That's a good thing. All right, we can get 8 key spheres here. Remember, that's the lowest defensive stat you're going to see on this team right there. Again, is really, really low. All right, we're going to clean up this rotation with Broly, Chila, and Lemo. Now, Broly, Chila, and Lemo, pairing Cell next to them is not a horrible thing. They can give him defensive support as well and make him look even better. The problem with putting anyone besides Goku Black next to Broly, Chila, and Lemo is you run the risk of never getting the orbs you need. And even when you put Goku Black next to Broly, Chila, and Lemo, now you run the risk of them not getting the orbs they need. It's a big cycle of, like, horribleness. Let's go ahead and put Vegeta in slot 1. We do need him to get attacked a bunch of times. I think Kid Buu's been hit a couple of times, so I think we can get away with him in slot 2. And then we do... yeah, we'll grab these. We want to make sure that we have 7 key spheres next turn for Broly, Chila, and Lemo. Now, there's 2 ways you can run this team. And well, there's a couple of ways you could run this team. And I would say the perfect way to run this team is you have Vegeta on one rotation, you have Broly, Chila, and Lemo on the other. And those are your slot 1 characters. You have Goku Black next to Broly, Chila, and Lemo, and you have one of the Zamasus next to Vegeta, right? And the reason I say that is LR Fusion Zamasu is not good enough in the current meta of the game if you're not going to use his domain. And when you run double of him on his 7th turn from his appearance, as long as your leader or the friend leader pass by each other, you can drop the domain of one of them, right? So you would activate the domain for one of them, right? Now Vegeta's revive, once you get it up, can umbrella those guys, but only for so long. Once it's popped, it's popped. And then on this rotation, you know, you know, if he gets supered in the wrong spot, he's done. It's over, right? So now Broly, Chila, and Lemo are going to give defensive support because when they get int or tech orbs, they're going to give how much defensive support? 39% defensive support. All right, and now we're looking at Big Bad Boss's Shocking Speed and Nightmare. Now this is 4% defense. It's up to 5, and then Ultimate Life Form is the only other one. But you know, we don't have it. We don't have them next to a Cell, so it really doesn't matter as much. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Bam. There's 7 key spheres for them. Now let's take a look at his starter turn defense: 263, 685. Again, that is going to be the average starter turn defense. So remember his last starter turn defense, we can just easily figure that out. Divide by 2. 191, 955. That's 67. That's 70,000 defensive difference, right? That we're about to get. So 263, 685. All right, and then we're going to multiply it times 2, and then we're going to multiply it times 2. Remember, we do the passive, and then we do the super attack effect, right? And that's if he only super attacks once. So he's looking at 1,000,000 defense. Way better than 700k, and in the average defensive range, I would say. Who's on the next rotation? Nobody that makes orbs. All right. Let's do that, and let's do this. Now, we have his attack lowered, so if Cell gets supered, it's not going to look as impressive because we do have his attack stat lowered. But after this phase, we'll no longer be able to lower attack, and we're looking at a 1.7 million and then a 1.8 million super attack with 30% extra damage coming our way, so 2.2 and 2.3 million. That's a lot of damage. And I don't think Cell would survive a super attack from the 3rd phase type neutral without double supering. Or dodging, obviously. Like that. At 9 dodge, baby. Alright, and that was only 1 super attack, so his additional build can look very tempting, but when it comes to additionals, I don't like running a unit with additionals if I'm not going to get them 25 additional at least, if not 30. And only reason I'm hesitant to change his defensive build is because I gave him one of the rarest equips in the game, is a gold equip that comes with defense and dodge. At the time, he was a really good unit. This was back fighting Legend Goku, GT, right? The LR and Cell was still good. You know, the only reason I'm very hesitant about, you know, moving him around. All right, now we get the rotations going. Do we have the revive activated? I don't think so. I think we're still a turn off, right? Let's go ahead and do this. Oh, let's try to get him in front of a super attack. We want to see Cell in front of a super attack. We do want to see that. So we're gonna pop a scouter. The scouter next turn is gonna give us the scouter effect for the next 3 turns, starting from the next turn used, or starting on the next turn after using it, right? So we drop it on this turn, and then we'll see a super attack for 3 turns. And hopefully we're going to see a slot 2 super attack. That would be ideal. If we see a slot 1 super attack, but it's after we attack, we can only put Cell there if there's only like 1 attack before he attacks, right? He's not going to survive more than that. And then he probably dies to the super. All right, let's see. It's immediately. All right, Newsflash, Cell would not survive. I don't need to say anything else. And there, now, see his average defense, 247. We're just going to go ahead and let Broly, G-Line, Lemo do their job. And we're going to grab orbs over here. And grab orbs over here. We're going to try and stay away from all these rainbow orbs. Try and keep them around in case Broly, G-Line, Lemo need them next time. So again, we're looking at an average of 1,000,000 defense. Now, I'm not going to change his start of turn defense. It's about the same. We're just going to divide this by 2 in case he does double super. It would be 1.5 million defense. At 20 additional, if he just launched, if they would have given this guy to launch an additional normal with a 50% chance to become a super, he would be Goku Black Super EZA level. He would be Rose level of a unit, because then you would on average see a double super out of this guy with an additional hidden potential. But there it is. Wow. What? See, and now I really wish we were getting super attacked right there. He would have tanked it for double digits, probably, or maybe not, because we're not type advantage. We would have taken quite a bit from there, maybe. And Goku Black E still building up. 1, 2. Okay, he's fully built up. Perfect. So everyone's fully built up. See, so everyone got fully built up. Hey, there's our slot 2 super. Thanks. Yay. Hooray. Ha ha ha. I'm pretty certain. Oh, I'm pretty certain we're dead next turn, actually. Yeah, I'm almost positive we're dead. We're gonna drop this guy's domain, because the whole point. This is his job. His job is to drop his domain, right? And what his domain is going to do is it's going to do nothing. It's gonna do nothing. We could actually run Cell next to Zamasu, to be honest. It's a shame that man, it's a shame his stuff is blocked to Future Saga. The reason why next turn is going to be very unlikely that we survive is because we're starting a fresh phase and we're not going to have any orbs being created and crafted, which is why Goku Black should sit by Broly, Chi-Line, Lemo. Again, I did want to get Cell in front of a super attack, right? So we're going to have to get extremely, extremely lucky to see 7 key spheres right away. And UI Goku has the 26% chance to super, so super attack right away. But Scouter's going to tell us super attack right away is probably happening. Is it slot 2? Oh my gosh. Oh, we can see it. Okay, let's go. Let's go. This is it. This is what I was waiting for. This is it. Let's get the calcs ready. All right, let's see. 300. That's a huge number. That's one of the highest attack stats you're going to see him with, and he's not linked with a cell, right? So he can get 55% from his links defense-wise total, and we only have 29% of that. We're missing nearly half of that defense from his links, right? So this is going to be really good. Now, I would like to see him only super once, because that's the average you're going to see from this guy. It's just one singular super. So let's go ahead and calc that. 1.2. He's looking at least 1.2 million defense right there.
Time to get serious.
Oh, did I give the orbs to Broly, Chi-Line, Lemo after that? Did he get more support or less support? He may have a little bit more defense because if we get a Rainbow Key Sphere with Broly, Chi-Line, Lemo, everyone gets 15% more defense. I don't know if I grabbed that. I don't know if I grabbed his start of turn stat before or after we grabbed Broly, Chi-Line, Lemo's orbs. So we're looking at no less than a 1.2 million defensive stat, and he doesn't have a lot of dodge, so we hope he doesn't dodge. He has type advantage, 30% damage reduction, 1 super. All right, let's see. Is it double digits? Is it 100k? 200k? 29,000? And then he dodges. That's pretty good. Even on average, I would say that's a really good defensive stat. Man, I would almost say you could run him either way. You could run him... A lot of orbs all over the place. We're just going to put Vegeta at the end. Wow, look at all these orbs. Yeah, we're just going to do this. Look at that, 1.9 million. Super EZA 1.9 million, right? So, and Cell can hit those numbers if he double supered more often. Yeah, I would say Cell is a very, very good free-to-play unit, even floating in slot 3. I would say you want to have at least the big bad bosses. You can go either way with this guy. You can go defensive equips and dodge. You can go pure dodge. I would say if you're going to go additional, you may as well just go all in on additional, right? And get him to at least 25 additional if you were going to go additional. Getting a double super, like, if we would have got a double super there, he's looking at the same defensive stat that Goku Black was at. And Goku Black was still getting more because I believe he gets 50% when he supers or something like that. Or when he attacks. So, he was nearly at Super EZA Goku Black level defense. Again, hypothetically, if he's double supered. On average, he's not. So, there is a strong argument for me to just give this guy more additional. That's it. That's Cell. I would say Cell is a very good unit. I would say he's very, very solid. I really like what they did with this guy. All they had to do was just even give him just an additional attack, so it would give it another chance to proc the super attack, hidden potential. He would be on a whole different level. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Thanks so much for watching. He might even look better with the extra 300, 200, 300, 400. I don't know what you can get to level 8, level 9 defensive equips. He might even be looking better with those extra stats right there. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this kind of gave you an idea of what Cell can look like. We didn't get him in front of a type neutral, but we got him in front of a type advantage. Again, a unit right now, average defense, we're looking at anywhere between, 900k. 800 is super low, but 900k to 1.1 million defense, and probably they need to have at least guard or damage reduction or both or a lot of dodge. And I would say now we're looking at an average type defensive unit on the level of some of these super EZAs that we have, right? With that said, I am out of here. Enjoy your night, evening, morning, whatever. Maybe peace out. I will look into the other World Tournament EZAs. I'm always looking to see which ones are worth EZAing and which ones are not, and I will let you know with the video if anything else is worth it. If not, you won't see the video, right? Enjoy. Catch you later.